Welcome everybody to another episode of Detroit Become Human on the Catholic Quest YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing the final episode of this series for Detroit Become Human. So, it's exciting stuff, and then we're going to jump right into the next series next week. Carl is the human that Marcus was taking care of. Heartful, mournful, regretful, reflective. Let's try heartful.
I'm lost, Carl. I just wanted us to live in peace, but everything I touch just turns to dust.
That's sad.
I'm lost. The world's falling apart around me, and I'm trying to do the right thing. And I can't find any answers. What should I do, Carl? They're killing us. I don't want to answer violence with violence, but what choice do I have? I miss you, Carl. I miss you so much.
Yeah. Oftentimes we do miss our loved ones. And, oh wow. It's Carl's son. Yeah, we do often miss our loved ones, and oftentimes we can feel as if we'll never see them again. And there's no hope for that ever. But as Christians, we don't mourn as if there is no hope, right? Because we believe that not only is there the afterlife, right? And if they go to heaven and we go to heaven, God willing, we'll meet again and we'll see them there and we'll worship God together for all of eternity, and we'll be perfectly happy there, and there won't be any more death because Jesus defeated death on the cross and by his resurrection. So we mourn, but we don't mourn as if we don't have hope. We also believe in the resurrection of the dead. And there's this one verse in Scripture, well, verses actually. This is the first letter to the Thessalonians, chapter 4, verses 13 through 18. But we would not have you ignorant, brethren, concerning those who are asleep, that you may not grieve as others do who have no hope. For since we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so, through Jesus, God will bring with him those who have fallen asleep. For this we declare to you by the word of the Lord, that we who are alive, who are left until the coming of the Lord, shall not precede those who have fallen asleep. For the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a cry of command, with the archangel's call, and with the sound of the trumpet of God. And the dead in Christ will rise first. Then we who are alive, who are left, shall be caught up together with him in the clouds, to meet the Lord in the air. And so we shall always be with the Lord. Therefore, comfort one another with these words. So you'll note that those who die in Christ will be united in Christ forever, and we'll see them once again. And it's something incredible to really think about. Anyways, let's get back into it.
The previous Connor failed its mission. You're going to replace it. You know what you have to do, don't you?
Destroy the leader of the Deviants.
Go, Connor. Don't disappoint me.
And by that I assume he means destroy Marcus. Seems like he's going on an assassination mission. By the way, I just want to note that we also shouldn't try to communicate with the dead. Now, Marcus was talking to Carl in a way where he wasn't trying to invoke a response, right? But rather just being mournful and reflective. But generally speaking, we shouldn't try to communicate with the dead. We could ask for the saints' intercessions and prayers, but we shouldn't try to get a two-way kind of communication going through seances and things like that.
I thought you'd be safe.
That would be an evil if we tried to do that.
I was wrong. You need to leave the city while you still can.
Getting Alice away from here is all that matters now. We have to catch the last bus. We might still have a chance to cross the border. Marcus. Save our people.
I don't know why, but Marcus' storyline to me is my least favorite. My favorite is Kara and Alice, and then followed by Connor, and then lastly Marcus. Not that he has a bad storyline, it's just not my favorite, personally.
If it weren't for you, I'd be dead. Thanks to you, I might see our people free one day. You and I haven't always agreed, but I know that we're fighting for the same thing. Whatever you decide, I'm with you, Marcus.
Oh, I appreciate the vote of confidence. And I appreciate your loyalty, sir.
They say they don't want to take any risks with the deviants. So they're rounding our people up and taking them to the camps for extermination. In a few hours, we're gonna be the only ones left. How many of us survived the attack?
A few hundred? Maybe more if you count those hiding all over the city. If you hadn't triggered the bomb, we'd all be dead.
What's your system status?
I'm okay. Bullet didn't hit any bicomponents. You could have been killed trying to save me, Marcus. You have to think of our people first. Nothing else matters. In a few hours, it'll all be over. We'll have changed the world, or the world will have destroyed us.
Oh, no pressure.
Make a choice, Marcus. But whatever you choose, we will follow you. I'm with you, Marcus. Wherever you go, I go.
Well, he certainly has a lot of loyalty in his followers towards him.
Humans have decided to exterminate us. Our people are packed in camps right now, being destroyed. Time has come to make a choice. One that very well may determine the future of our people.
Okay, so we have to decide what to do. March peacefully toward the camps to pressure the authorities, or launch an assault on the camps to liberate the androids. So, do we want to peacefully go about this, or do we want to violently go about this? I'm going to go ahead and take the peaceful approach. Demonstration. I don't think... one, I don't think you could... I don't think they could feasibly win a violent revolution. Okay. Like, humans outnumber them. They have much better weapons. It wouldn't even be close. Secondly, going about this the peaceful route, I think, is the better option. I have trouble picking the revolution because androids ultimately don't trump the lives of actual humans. So I'm going to go ahead and select demonstration.
I know you're all angry. And I know you want to fight back. But I assure you, violence is not the answer here. We are going to tell them, peacefully, that we want justice. And if there's any humanity in them, they will listen. And if not, others will take our place and continue this fight. Are you ready to follow me?
So, not quite sure exactly. Oh my goodness. What's his approval rating? 100%? Sheesh. Okay, that was not a terribly long one. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and go to the next one, next chapter. Although I do want to briefly mention that Marcus at the beginning was saying like, "Oh, I tried to do the right thing," but it's basically he can't change it. He can't change the world, and there's constantly this evil happening around him, and he can't stop it all, right? And that really does bring up the question of evil. Why is there evil in the first place? Why doesn't God stop it? The thing is, we can't know exactly as to why evil or what good God brings out of the evil that we commit. However, I do know this, that God would not permit evil if he was unable to bring a good out of it. Now, this brings into the equation of God's perfect will versus his permissive will. So his perfect will involves what he wants of us, right? And then his permissive will is what he allows to happen. Because nothing can happen or exist outside of God's will. And that's where God's permissive will comes into play here. And he permits it without him necessarily active or perfectly willing it or actively willing it, but rather allows it to happen. I think that might be the simplest way to explain that. But yeah, sometimes we can see clearly that there are certain evils that God brings a greater good out of. An example from my life, during the COVID-19 pandemic, well, that was horrible, right? People were dying. And people were losing their job. But in my personal life, I'm not speaking for everyone here, just my personal life, I experienced a deepening of my faith. And I studied the faith more. And I became more and more interested in it. Whether or not we could point at every single example of evil and point out the good that is brought out of it, well, I don't think we could necessarily do that, and nor should we. So I think we need to, it is not beyond reason that God can bring a greater good out of evil, even though I can't point out that greater good. I'm limited, he's not. So there is an element of trust in God that we need to have, although I understand the emotional aspect of it. Okay, let's move on.
At 6 a.m. this morning, a national curfew was declared. Civilian movement will be strictly controlled. The right to assembly is suspended. All electronic communications are restricted, and I have granted enhanced powers to our security agencies. In addition to these measures, all androids must be handed over to the authorities immediately. Temporary camps are being set up in all our major cities to contain and destroy them. I am now asking all civilians to cooperate with the authorities and rest assured that everything in our power is being done to guarantee the security of our nation.
Madam President!
Now I play the press? Oh gosh.
Madam President!
That's terrible.
Madam President! Has the leader of the Deviants been apprehended?
The deviant that is known as Marcus has not been located yet, but we will soon track it down and neutralize it.
Please!
Madam President!
Is it true that the androids could hack our IT systems, like nuclear power plants and military bases?
All androids working on sensitive sites have been neutralized, and all IT systems have been suspended to avoid any risks of hacking. The situation is under control.
Please! A convoy of medical cobalt is reported missing. Army weapons stores are also said to have been robbed. Can you confirm these reports?
I have no information on that at this time.
More? Public opinion.
Madam President, public opinion seems to have become increasingly favorable to the Deviants, particularly since they've adopted a peaceful approach. How do you feel about this?
Public opinion is one thing, the security of the state is another. These deviants are dangerous, and my highest priority is to protect the American people. Thank you. That will be all.
Is there anything peaceful about breaking into a news station and beating people up
Last bus
to
leaves
get
in
in?
20
I don't
minutes.
understand.
That doesn't give us much time. We've got to move fast.
Okay, let's move fast. 20 minutes, last bus departs.
Are you alright?
I'm really cold.
Do we activate it? I guess deactivate it. There you go.
You'll feel better now.
Thanks.
Yeah, now that we know that she's an android, we could just activate and deactivate certain features. Who just leaves a gun lying around? Who shot them? I imagine it's the government or the police or something. But why would they leave a gun lying around? That's horrible practice.
Come on. Let's not stay here.
No! Please don't hurt me!
What are we gonna do?
We have to keep going if we want to catch that bus. Stay close to me. We're going to sneak past them without being noticed. We're going to make it, Alice, I promise you.
Don't kill me! I didn't do anything!
Shut up, I said! Are there many more? Let's see them like rats.
Sneak past the guards.
The more you find. We don't have to
Low risk, okay.
Come on, get moving.
Oh, low risk.
Hurry up, get in.
Super stealthy.
Look over there. It's the cherries.
Oh.
We can't help them. The soldiers are everywhere.
Yeah, there's no way you make it out without...
Leave them. They're going to kill them.
Save the Jerrys, keep going. What would she do? She wants to protect Alice at all costs. She would keep going.
I'm sorry, Alice. There's nothing we can do.
Marcus would have stepped in. I think Alice would be very protective. Sorry. Kara would be very protective of Alice.
We have to keep moving.
Hey, buddy.
This is a mistake. I'm human. I just want to go home. My wife is expecting me, and we're gonna...
Got orders to check all civilians.
No. No! Please!
Oh my goodness. Ooh. I didn't know they were going to give me a prompt there. Let's just wait out the risk. Boom. Just too good. Is that the bus?
A checkpoint.
Now we're in trouble.
We have passports, it should be okay, but you never know.
Is there another way?
We could take a detour, but we might miss the bus.
Maybe it's better to be safe.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's probably better to be safe.
We're coming to you
okay.
live from Detroit,
Just
where
skips.
thousands of androids are marching through the city at this very moment. The leader of the Deviants, the one they call Marcus, is at the head of the march.
Something's happening in Detroit, Madam President.
Okay. Marching towards the camp that they're holding the androids in.
The moment of truth.
Surrender immediately, or we will open fire. Stand by.
We don't want confrontation. We are protesting peacefully.
I repeat, surrender now, or we will open fire.
Oh. They're surrounded now.
There's no turning back now.
It would seem that way, yeah. Accused, calm, firm.
We ask that you release all androids detained in camps and cease all aggression against us. We are peaceful. We will not resort to violence. But we are not leaving until our people are free.
Oh, gotta keep going forward, apparently. Oh! Marcus just got hit, actually, in the shoulder, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's actually kind of hard to watch. Kneel, sit, raise hands, raise fists. Kind of a surrendering posture.
Are you gonna open fire on unarmed protesters?
All teams, hold your fire.
Yes, Michael, we are less than 100 meters away and events are unfolding as we speak. We will continue to bring you live updates. Josh Douglas, Channel 16. Michael, back to you.
Marcus, what do we do now?
We hold out.
Until
as long
what?
as we can.
Hold out? Just stay there? Okay. Find a vantage point. Are we sniping? I didn't do this part on my playthrough, so I guess we're finally coming to us. Actually, I didn't do the last time. I didn't do the peaceful protest, nor did I do the. I don't know what I did with the protest. I know I didn't do this mission though, where I was sniping. My last playthrough, actually, Connor became a deviant. So it's interesting seeing this cutscene, and I'm glad to finally see differences in the game. Dang. This is literally not going to help public opinion either, by the way.
Shouldn't do this, Connor.
Hey, Hank.
Keep out of this, Lieutenant. It's none of your business.
You're gonna kill a man who wants to be free. That is my business.
It's not a man. It's a machine.
That's what I thought for a long time, but I was wrong. Deviant's blood may be a different color than mine. But they're alive.
Oh, boy.
Deviants are a threat to humans, Hank. They're the reason this country's on the brink of civil war. They have to be stopped.
We're in this mess because we refuse to listen to deviants. Humanity never learns from its mistakes, Connor. This time it could be different.
I have a mission to accomplish, Hank. It's best if you just stay out of this.
Was that a friendly remark? I selected friendly.
Step
oh,
away
great.
From the ledge.
Defy Hank's son.
I know what happened to your son, Hank. It wasn't your fault. The truck skidded on a sheet of ice and your car rolled over. Little Cole had just turned 6.
Shut up!
Oh.
Don't you talk about my son!
Oh.
He needed emergency surgery, but no human was available to do it, so an android had to take care of him. Poor Cole didn't make it.
That's sad.
An android killed your son, Hank, and now you want to save them?
No. Cole died because a human surgeon was too high on red ice to operate.
Yeah.
All this time I blamed androids for what happened, but it was the humans' fault. Him in this up world where the only way people can find comfort is with a fistful of powder.
That is an issue. I could leave. Attack, leave.
Killing you is not part of my mission.
Yeah, I don't want to kill Hank.
I'm glad to have met you, Hank. I hope one day you can get over what happened to your son.
The bus terminal. We've arrived, Alice. We made it.
Hooray!
The last bus for the border is full. Ticket-holding passengers only. All departures are suspended until further notice.
We don't have a ticket.
Tickets, they won't
Oh,
let us
yeah.
on.
Okay.
We're stuck here now.
Yeah,
What are we going to do?
Is there a way to ticket? To find a ticket? Okay.
They're checking everyone. It won't take them long to find us. We need to get out of here.
Okay. Aw, look, a little baby.
I think Oliver likes you. Is she yours?
Yes.
She's adorable.
That's it. Got the sandwiches. I called your mom. Let's get going before we miss our bus. You got the tickets, right?
Yes, honey, in my bag.
Great. Let's go then.
Oh boy. It's pretty impressive how the ticket slipped out of there. Very convenient.
Excuse me, you didn't happen to see a blue envelope somewhere, did you? It has our bus tickets in it and...
I did.
Oh, never mind.
They're probably trying to leave before things get crazy. Oh, no. Are you kidding me?
Sorry.
What are we gonna do? We can't stay here. We have to find a safe place for Oliver.
Ah, come on. I knew I was just... Okay, return tickets. Return tickets.
You found this on the floor?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You saved our lives.
I was going to say, like, they're probably trying to find a safe place to raise their son, Oliver. And the country's on the brink of civil war, and all this crazy stuff is happening. Clearly, this is not currently a safe place to raise your son. So I understand they're wanting to leave. So I didn't want to keep the tickets. And it picked for me. I didn't know there was a timer on that one. Oh my gosh.
It's okay. You did the right thing.
We'll find another way.
Security check. Please don't move.
We'll find another way, huh? Anybody not want their ticket? Oh gosh.
Thank you.
And oh.
My little...
Whoa.
You stole my little girl!
Todd.
Security! Over here!
Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. Appeal, confront.
Don't do this, Todd. They'll kill us if you hand us in.
Your story.
When your wife walked out, she took your daughter away. You couldn't live without her. So you bought yourself an android.
Oh my
A
goodness.
substitute little girl. You thought you could love her. That she would make you forget. But nothing could replace your child.
Of course not.
I just wanted to prove to myself that I was a good father. She was wrong. But I did it all up all over again. She was right in the end. I didn't deserve them. But I missed my little girl. You don't know how much I miss my little girl.
Is there a problem, sir?
No. I made a mistake. Sorry.
That's tragic.
Good luck.
I think that's the first time I've heard his story. Yeah. What? Making me emotional. As a father, his presence was incredibly important.
Adam!
Kara, quick!
Hang on. Give me time to comprehend what just happened, man. That was so sad. Not to excuse his actions, but I mean, it's just a tragic story.
Oh my. We saw the Jericho raid on TV. I was terrified you might have been killed because of me.
How did you find us?
I knew if you made it, I'd find you here. They're searching for androids door to door. We had to leave before someone turned us in.
What about the others?
Are you leaving the country too?
They're checking for androids on the border. But I found a smuggler who can get them across the river. It's risky, but it's the only way. Are you coming with us?
Plans they are a-changing.
Yes. We're coming.
Okay, climb in.
It's so hard because I want to, like, say, look at it from the perspective of real humans. Maybe trying to escape Nazi Germany, for example. And then you remember and you're just pulled out of that because you're just like, oh, wait, they're androids. That's not to say that America here is going about it in the best possible way. Not at all saying that. But it is still a different situation. Reinforced barricades.
We've got to finish the barricade. Come on, help me.
Why am I breaking this? Oh, to reinforce it. Apparently androids are very strong. Or that is very delicate.
Right, that should do it.
I know it was not an easy decision to make. But I'm sure we're doing the right thing.
Why do you think so, Josh? Support your people.
Many of our people have fallen. The humans have no pity for those who are different.
It's not as simple as that.
Marcus, we found what you asked for.
What did I ask for? A graffiti gun?
There's some journalists over there. We have to make sure they know what's going on.
Prisoners, equality, alive, free. I personally would be more likely to respond to them through this approach than if they took the violent approach. Personally. Might be just me.
Long, but I guess it's better than nothing.
Other groups?
I lost all contact with the people at the camps.
Oh.
I can't hear their voices anymore.
Maybe the humans have scrambled our network. Maybe they just can't get through.
Maybe.
How many more of us have to die? Is there any cause worth giving your life for?
Oh, that's a good question, brother.
I trust you. We all trust you.
there are many causes worth giving up our lives for.
No matter what happens now, we're making history.
Jesus, who is God, he came to our world and took on human flesh.
Marcus!
And he
Marcus, come look!
saw our salvation a cause worth dying for.
Marcus? I've come to talk to you, Marcus. Come on.
Hello, Mr. FBI man.
I won't try anything.
Don't go. It's a trap. They want to get you out in the open. Don't go, Marcus.
If they wanted to kill Marcus, they would have already killed him.
I'm unarmed, Marcus. I just want to talk.
They would have... I assume they have snipers and stuff. They would easily pick him off. So, let's see.
I need to hear what he has to say.
What if they kill you?
That's a chance I'll have to take.
All right. What do you have to say, sir?
In a few minutes, the troops will be ordered to charge. None of you will survive. It'll all be over. You can avoid that, Marcus.
What do you mean?
How so?
Surrender. Surrender, and I give you my word, your life will be spared. You'll be detained, but none of you will be destroyed.
Guarantees, not afraid, betray people.
What happened to the other androids demonstrating in the camps?
Unfortunately, there were no journalists around to help save them.
Oh, I see.
You're it.
It's all
You're the
about
last
public
remaining
opinion.
deviants.
If I accept your offer, how do I know you'll keep your word?
You're not in any position to be demanding guarantees, Marcus. All you can do right now is decide whether you want to trust me or not.
Betray people.
You asking me to betray my people?
I am offering you the chance to save your people. You're not walking out of here, Marcus. The only thing you can save now are the lives of those around you.
I don't know. Do we accept his deal, refuse his deal? Accepting the deal might actually, well, for one, would mean that the androids aren't entirely destroyed. It could, maybe Marcus is thinking this way, could buy them time for a later demonstration. Who knows? It could also mean that it puts an end to the potential for civil war, which would be terrible for the human population. But at the same time, they might see it as a betrayal. The androids.
All right. All right, I accept.
You made the right decision.
I hope I did. Well, actually, granted, there are other androids in other countries, so I didn't factor that into the equation there. Just thought of it now.
About time.
I'm sorry we got held up.
Did anybody see you?
No. I don't think so.
You got the money?
Yes. Here it is.
Okay, your boat's over there. They got border patrol on the banks and the river. Don't start your engine until you're out far enough. Okay? And watch the current. Good luck.
Somehow I don't think this is going to end well. Which one's my boat? This one?
Don't worry.
Oh, I just got to walk up here.
We'll be fine.
Freedom
All
is
right.
just across the river.
Dangerously cold.
You better not fall in. Our biocomponents will freeze.
Well, I guess there are risks to this. We talk with you.
Killed somebody. If it wasn't for my mom, I would have turned you in by now.
We had no choice, Adam.
You took a man's life. You don't deserve to live.
It's not even a half mile to the other side. Okay, so it shouldn't take that long. Be careful, there's border patrol on the river.
Thank you so much, Rose.
I only wish I could take you myself. I don't like leaving you out here. Goodbye, Alice. You take good care of yourselves. Okay, I'll see you on the other side.
All right. Which boat is it? This one?
Let me help you.
All right. This is it. Coming to the end. Either make it or we don't. Oh, man.
We're far enough out. We can use the engine.
I thought the point of not using the engine is so that the border patrol doesn't hear you. We barely moved 2 feet. What do you mean? Let's use the engine. Use
okay,
left
Alice?
stick and R2 to
When we
navigate.
get on the other side,
Okay.
there are so many things I want to do.
Like what?
I want to read all the books in the world.
That's a lot of
play
reading.
music and dance. We can do anything we want, right? We'll be free.
Yes. We can do it all.
We'll be like a family. What about you, Kara? What will you do when we're on the other side?
What will I do?
Good question.
I want to discover the world. To see the mountains and the oceans. I want to learn, explore, become a better person.
They're coming towards us!
Giving them human motivations. Yeah, this is bad. Oh. Surrender, accelerate, hide, protect Alice, hide. I don't know. Hide. Why did they just blindly shoot?
They've gone. You alright?
Oh no.
You'll be okay, Alice. It's nothing. We'll get you taken care of as soon as we're across. You'll be fine.
Oh, and the boat is sinking.
The boat is leaking. We're too heavy. We're going down. We have to get to the other side before we sink.
Okay. Better accelerate.
Come on.
Reduce the boat's weight. How? I can't do anything. Triangle. Use paddle. What? No. That's not what I... Oh.
I can't die here. Not like this.
I thought... Okay. Never mind. Man, we're going so fast, so quick.
Not when we're so close.
Just get rid of it. I don't know. Remove it. Come on.
We're not gonna die, Alice. We're gonna make it. We're gonna be free.
Huh? How are you? Oh my goodness, we have 1 minute to make it to the other side. How are you even swimming strong enough? This is so tragic. Everything's depressing. Did I make the wrong choices here? Look, if I just make it to the other side within 1 minute, she'll be okay.
It seems to be all over here in Detroit. After negotiations with the android known as Marcus, the androids have surrendered peacefully, and military vehicles have been sent to collect them. The insurrection is over.
North.
Why did you do that?
We lost. Sacrificing ourselves wouldn't achieve anything.
We always said our cause was more important than our lives. Our people died here because they believed in you. Our place was by their side.
Because android lives aren't the only lives in the equation.
You know, the problem with you androids is you believe everything we tell you.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me, dude?
You didn't think I was gonna let you live after everything that happened. I have orders, you know.
No! North!
Oh! He trusted you, dang it.
Cause is lost. Your android friends will soon be destroyed, and
you lied.
your girlfriend's been shot. Seems you seriously up, Marcus. Clean up this mess.
You lied.
By creating machines more intelligent than ourselves, we took immense risks with the very future of our civilization. However, the situation is now under control. The total destruction of all androids will soon be complete, and the last remaining deviants will be hunted down and destroyed. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
Mission successful? You didn't... I mean, I guess in a way it is. Why? Sad endings all around? I thought maybe he would at least, you know... Oh gosh, there's still more.
Are we free?
Yes. Yes, we made it. We're free.
We won't have to hide anymore. We can be a family.
Is she a deviant or is she programmed that way? I can't tell.
I'm tired. I have to sleep. I love you, Mom.
It's so sad.
I love you too.
We must keep living despite the hardships in our lives. Must keep fighting despite the tragedies that arise. Right, that's it. That is the end of Detroit Become Human. Is there a way to skip the cutscene or this? Oh, there's more. Continue in a minute.
Connor, I'm so glad to see you. The deviant issue has finally been resolved. Now with these unfortunate events behind us, CyberLife can return to business as usual.
No, no more business.
We will have to rebuild our customers' trust, but it's only a matter of time.
No more androids.
I have a surprise for you.
Enough. I don't want your surprises.
This is the new RK-900.
Oh my gosh.
Faster, stronger, more resilient, and equipped with the latest technologies. The State Department just ordered 200,000 units.
What is going to happen to me?
Replaced.
You've become obsolete.
I knew it.
You'll be deactivated. You can go now.
And that's the fine line I was trying to teeter on, perhaps unsuccessfully at times, but yeah, you're gonna look Connor in the eye and tell him, "Hey, you're obsolete, and we're gonna deactivate you, and you'll be gone." Yeah, that's it. Just so casually? Are you kidding me? He looks so human. He looks so real. But at the same time, recognizing that he's not, and that's the fine line we have to walk in this game, I feel. But as I was saying, graphics it's up there. Animation's real good as well, obviously. The voice acting, I would say that's a 10 out of 10. I'm sorry, the voice acting is fantastic in this game. It is so good. And really evokes the emotions that are necessary. The story as a whole, I thought was pretty solid. I'd give it probably an 8, only because I like the story, but I wish I had more agency in the choices that I had. Gameplay, I mean, the gameplay is just, it is what it is. It's fine. You pick options and you press buttons in quick response events or whatever they're called. I'm blanking out on the name right now. It's just there to give you some gameplay, to make it a game, if you will. Yeah. And I just realized we never solved the mystery of why deviancy is a thing. So that's something I'm going to have to do a little more research on. But I guess our events never took us down that route. And ultimately, what I think about this game in relation to our society, as well as to the faith, I think there's a deep rabbit hole of morality you could go down in most of these chapters, with all of the characters, really. And you could look at it from the faith perspective and the moral perspective and come to these conclusions and dilemmas. And maybe some things are gray areas where we don't necessarily have a clear answer, but we try and implement our understanding about God, humanity, the soul, and androids, and how androids relate to all of the mentioned things. And what do you do at that point? You know, these are moral issues that we will have to answer if society goes down this route of making androids. And we already see people like Elon Musk, you know, his companies are creating an android that's supposed to, you know, be in the shape of a human, doesn't have the face of a human, although we see other companies, I'm blanking on the name of the company that has, is her name Amica? I don't know. They have an android that looks human, but it's kind of at a point where the face is kind of in a uncanny valley level of realistic. Not quite to the level of fooling you. Like, you could still see something is off, but it's getting there. The technology is progressing, and it's only a matter of time till we get to the point of androids looking as if they really were human and sounding like they were human and talking like they were human. We need to remember a few principles. They will never be truly alive. They don't have a soul. They will never have a soul. Because at the end of the day, they are machines made to appear human, and they're not really human. Appearance doesn't make humanity. Humanity is not dependent on purely on how we look. Humans tend to look a certain way. But you could also have a human that has all their limbs cut off. That's not normal necessarily in the sense of what you think of when you say human, but they're still human, which shows that our existence as a human, each individual person, is not dependent on their look. Ultimately, though, I think there's one question that needs to be answered. Do I think society should even go down this path? Well, we're already doing it, but should we? I don't think so. I think we're kind of starting to play God in a sense, where we're trying to create our own creation. Sure, we put together tables and chairs and computers, and we make silicon chips and all this stuff. Great, all great things. But it's different when you start to create something that you want to appear as if it's alive. To trick the human senses into thinking that the person you're talking to is a real, living human person. Anyways, that's all I have to say for now. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. We're going to go into God of War Ragnarok next week. It's going to be the first episode of that series. And I just want to thank you for watching. And thank you for going on this journey with me. This is the first series on this channel. Hopefully there are more to come. And don't forget, open up the door when Christ comes knocking. Bye-bye.